Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. It's an absolute honor to welcome to the show Perry White. He is a celebrity designer and stylist and unapologetically sexy. Good morning, Perry.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
We are so happy to have you here and talking about transformation. You can really transform your entire life by the way you dress.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, well, it's all about wearing, it's like your outer skin. You know, it's what makes you feel good about you when you look in the mirror in the morning. Sometimes we dress according to what we think other people will expect of us or what they think, you know, will make them feel better. So we wind up doing that for other people rather than doing it for ourselves.
How do we switch that flip? Because I am so guilty of that. I think, oh, what should I wear for these other people, for these other occasions, rather than saying, you know what, this is what I want to wear today.
Well, you know, it's a slow process. Because sometimes we'll put something on because we think it's fashionable or it's trending, but then we're not comfortable, and we're obviously uncomfortable when we're wearing it. But the confidence level is not there. It's all about confidence when you wear something. It's all about feeling good, and the world will see it. They'll pick up on it. They'll absolutely know. So and when you're uncomfortable wearing something, they're going to know that too.
So true. You know, in LA, I mean, of course, there's one Mind Suite. We don't know if it's like just actually getting fed to us through advertising or what. But I'll never forget. I lived in Park City, Utah, and when the Sundance Film Festival came, all the people that came, they literally were wearing the same things. Like it was like, did you guys get an email? Like, I mean, honestly.
It's the uniform.
And I don't know if it's just because you're in the town, so you see other people and everyone starts mocking each other if they're really tapped in or what. How do you break out of that? Because I mean, let's face it, we all have certain things we like because everybody's wearing it. How do we break out of that and
yeah, well, that is a I don't know if I want to call it a problem, but it's just people like to mimic what they see trending. You know, if Kim Kardashian is wearing something, then every woman or a lot of people want to feel like that is the in thing to wear.
I mean, the biker short situation right
now?
The
biker short situation is kind of out of control.
Okay,
you over there?
It's like so like over the top right now. If I see someone wearing another pair of biker shorts to a business meeting.
Let's be real, it doesn't look professional, and it's most likely not flattering.
It's not, but there are some things, some sportswear related things that you absolutely can wear. I mean, listen, we're in the day and age where things have to be multifaceted. You have to be able to wear an outfit from a business meeting to, you know, a lunch to, you know, a workout to just weekend wear. So, you know, that's the way that I design. Things are multifaceted. But the original question was, can we get back?
How do we break out of it? Like, so say I go, okay, I don't want to dress like the Kardashians. I want to somehow get a new style. What would you recommend? How can
I would recommend on a daily basis, kind of peeling away the things that you feel most comfortable wearing. If you have a favorite t-shirt, say, I'm not going to wear this t-shirt next week. I'm going to go out and find something that is like maybe a little more expressive, something that is a little more out of my comfort zone, but just baby steps. Not all at once, because you're not gonna be comfortable, and people are gonna tell that you're not comfortable. So it's all a matter of doing it slowly and over time.
Love that.
Yeah, adding new pieces.
When did you first discover this sort of transformational power of fashion?
It discovered me.
Really?
Yeah, I did not discover it. I mean, that's how my mom supported our family. She took in sewing. Yeah. And, you know, some nights I would go to bed and she'd be at the sewing machine. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom and she'd be at the sewing machine, literally all night. And then I just mimicked what she was doing. You know, sometimes to keep me occupied, she'd give me a needle and thread, and I'd cut and sew like little things. And then eventually, over time, I became the kid in the neighborhood who could sew, who could make things.
But you've worked with people like Queen Latifah, Macy Gray. I mean, tons of LL Cool J, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Prince. Like, so what's been your favorite part of this whole thing?
Oh my God, just one of them is the people that I get to work with. Prince was my dream job. You know, my other dream job was to work with Michael Jackson. Unfortunately, that didn't come to pass, but yeah, I mean, it's just it affords me the opportunity to be very expressive, because those were some people, especially the Macy Gray, you know, connection was just, she would wear anything that I put in front of her. You know, and I made things for her that I thought really fit her personality.
So how did that make you feel when you see your designs on Macy Gray?
Oh, it made me feel great. It made me feel absolutely awesome. And you know, she won Most Fashionable Artist of the Year VH1 Vogue Award in, I believe it was 2000. And she flew me to New York with her, and we went up on stage to accept the award together. It was the most surreal moment because it felt like, okay, everything that I'd ever dreamed of. I mean, doing work for, you know, high-profile people, you know, being awarded for the work that I've done. You know, it was just awesome. It felt great.
But let's face it, like earlier when we asked about transformation, you're a highly, highly conscious, highly evolved human being. And I would imagine people like that, they're not going to have people just, you know, whining, complaining, you know, victim. Like, I'm sure they want you #1 for fashion, for style, but they're also like, they want badass consciousness around them, right?
Absolutely.
So how much of a conversation do you get into I mean, how much of a relationship do you have with these people?
Well, we get all the way into it because it's all about me trying to understand who they are and what they expect and what their comfort zone is and what their willingness is to kind of go past where they've been. So so I mean, once I have the opportunity to figure that out, then I can take that information and run with it, and more than likely come back with something that they're going to feel fabulous wearing.
Right. It's a total spiritual practice. I mean,
it absolutely is. I mean, I like to think your facade, you know, what people see on a daily basis, you know, what this thing that represents your spirit is, you know, I mean, that's what we have. That's what people see first. That's what people judge. That's what people kind of determine the type of person that you are. So I think that it should be as expressive as possible.
Such a good point. People make impressions in like less than a second often, right? And then because we're mentally lazy, we do everything we can to validate the initial impression that we've created.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. People judge us in a split second. So if they're going to do that anyway, why not let it be powerful? Why not let it be big? Why not let it be dramatic? You know, that's what I always say.
Let's do this. I want some drama.
I think a lot of times for women, though, we hold back from that.
Right.
From really showing up big and dramatic because we're afraid of the judgments that other people are going to make of us.
Oh, absolutely. Women dress for other women. Men do too. But people, for the most part, dress because they're trying to impress the people around them. They're not dressing for themselves. So if we could just kind of somehow step out of that and dress for who we are and what we like and what thrills us and what makes us feel happy, then we'd be the better off for it. I think that there's like some really expressive stuff deep down within us that we suppress on a daily basis, that we refuse to acknowledge because someone else would not approve of it, you know? So I think that if we could just kind of like break out of that shell, we'd be awesome.
Isn't that why people go to Burning Man?
Exactly. I think so. But I mean, you know, it's just, but I think, you know, the whole Burning Man thing, I've seen people kind of, because they know that they're going to be around other people who are going to be overdoing it, or because they're not necessarily dressing in the way that they would normally dress. But if you could do that outside of Burning Man, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh,
wouldn't that be? Wouldn't
do you know how many unicorns would be on the side?
I mean, do you know how much fun we'd have on a daily basis just walking? It would be like the street would be your runway. You know.
I think some people already live in that space, right?
Exactly.
In LA, especially.
I'd like to.
Yeah. But I think we need to take it outside of LA. You know,
for sure.
Our reach needs to be a little further than Los Angeles.
What I love,
the big cities.
That they say when a woman wears Perry white, she doesn't feel sexy. She is.
She absolutely is sexy. Because sexy, well, first of all, sexy already lives deep within. So it's not necessarily the garment or the Perry white attire that's making her feel sexy. I think in a way it gives her the license, or it gives her the reinforcement, the okay to go ahead and say, you know what, hell yeah. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. You just did anyway. You're good.
It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, you know, and I'm gonna live this. I'm gonna be this.
I am this.
I am this, and not pretend, because people can tell when you're pretending.
Right.
People can tell when it's a facade, and you know it's not authentic.
You're so inspiring. I just want to have like a big makeover. Like you just seem so much fun.
But you're so fabulous anyway. But if you want to make over, hey, come on in. Let's do it.
Makeovers. Let's do it. We're going to have a
Perry White did the Dr. Erin makeover.
I love it. Let's do it. So where can people work with you?
Well, you can find me on my website, which is www.perrywhite.la. My Instagram is also perrywhite.la. Or my telephone number, can I throw that out there?
Throw it out there. Go for it.
If you want to hit me up on 626-379-4749, then you can come in and I do a consultation and develop some wonderful custom wardrobe for you.
Wow.
I'd be more than happy to, absolutely. Rob, you already know that it's in the mix.
Yeah.
You know I got you. I got you.
We've got some carpets to show up to, so we can't let Rob out to us.
No, let's make it happen. Oh, you know, I got you too. I'm designing for everybody.
We're excited. I'm all over that.
And we are going to be sexy.
Oh, absolutely.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.